Hi everyone, Erraven Addiction here. Again, I really don't know what I'm going to call this episode, so we'll wing it today. But this will be the 7th episode, and I'm going to try really hard to keep these rolling again now that the holidays are over. And things haven't completely settled down, but they're definitely settling down more. I'm still not sure what day of the week it is because I only worked 3 days last week. So, like, it was weird. But, yeah. So, sorry if I play with my hair a lot. I am going to warn everyone about that. I'm trying to get into the thing where, like, I don't have to flat iron it all the time. My hair is naturally, like, a really dense, curly mess. And I'm trying not to flat iron it continuously all the time and just be happy with curls for like the first time in my life. And so sorry if I'm like continuously like just playing with it. But that being said, sorry it's a little dim too. It's cloudy here. It's like overcast, like might rain kind of a situation. And it just seemed to make everything else in the house darker. Like, even opening up the window or the curtains seemed to still make it really dark. So there was no helping it. But that being said, I think we'll just get into it. I don't have a lot of stuff to show. As, like I said, the 3 days work thing, like, I was just in limbo. I didn't even unpack my bags. It was horrible. But, first is non-knitting stuff. And any of you know, I am a tea. Well, I like coffee and I like tea. It's weird. Like, but I don't like straight coffee. Like, Starbucks white chocolate mochas are my thing because they don't taste like coffee most of the time, depending on who makes them. And I always ask for an extra pump of flavor, so mine really don't taste like coffee. I love when people are like, coffee tastes horrible, and I'm like, no, I just drink coffee-flavored milkshakes. It has the slightest hint of caffeine, and that's it. But I also love tea. I absolutely love it. I think I might have said it before, where I took a trip to the Ukraine, and while I was there, they pretty much only drink tea, so I got really into it when I was there. And then, but recently, I found this company. And especially this brand is heavenly. Like, it's amazing. And let's see if it will show up now. It's Tea Pigs. And they're actually a European company. I think they do ship directly to you. It's a little expensive, but where I live, there is a girl who, she's like a broker-ish kind of deal. Like, she gets it from the main company, and then she sells it again. And I saw her at a venue, and she was giving out free samples, so I was like, I want to try it. I thought it was loose leaf tea when I saw it. And so I tried it, and this one, and if you can see, it is liqueur and peppermint. Can't see if it will show up, but it's also caffeine free. And it will say on the back, like, it's... Where are the ingredients? Here we go. Ingredients, just liqueur. I call it liqueur. I don't know if that's the right word. Root and peppermint leaves. That's all that's in here. And here, I'll open it up, and I'll even get one of the little pyramid bags out. And those pyramid bags are supposed to be biodegradable, which makes me happy too. Sorry for all the crinkling. This is a new bag. But they come in little pyramids like this, and I just pull this off the one side, and it holds it down like that. And if you can see, just a little pyramid shape bag full of little leaves, and you can see the little white bark pieces in there. If it's on focus on this, it decided it's not a thing. So it smells amazing. It smells just like peppermint. Sorry for the crinkling as I put it back again. But yeah, the big bags, I don't think this one has the price tag, but I want to say it was like less than $10. I want to say it was like, for me it was like $7 or $8, I want to say. I don't think it was $10 a piece. I got 2 of these. And there's 15 bags in this, and each bag makes about a cup. One time I made a really giant cup, and it made, I mean, my mugs are like that big, this deep, big mugs, and I made 2 of them one time, and it was a little watered down, but it wasn't like watered down. And I'll have to say, this flavor, there's other flavors, but this is absolutely my favorite one. It goes down like water, like you barely taste anything, and you're a little disappointed, and then all of a sudden, like the moment you swallowed it all, it warms up your entire mouth with a really strong peppermint flavor. And peppermint like kind of warms up too as you use it or as you drink it. So it's amazing. That's why I like it. And it has to be the first tea I have had that I didn't have to put sugar in either. I never put sugar in this tea. I'm sure you can, but it's like the peppermint is so sweet in it that you don't have to. So that was really good. And my only other, I think this is my only other non-yarn item. Maybe if it wasn't upside down. I think I showed you a bigger one last week of these Dover. Wow, this poor little guy does not want to focus at all today. Nope. Okay, there we go. We got it to steady at least. It's Dover activity books, and if you look inside of them, this one, of course you can tell they're a little smaller. I didn't realize these are smaller ones, but these are the ones on Amazon for like $1.50. I thought they were full size, but they're called stained glass coloring books because you can see through the papers, and so you color one side of it, and then you can hang it up, and the colors will go through the colors and be like stained glass. This one is the zoo animals. I bought like 5 of them. And only like 2 of them showed up at this point because I had to leave on Sunday morning or Saturday morning. Today's Sunday, and they probably all came the next day. But oh, it's not gonna wanna. But there's a camel, and there's like a kangaroo, and polar bear and lions. There's probably 8 coloring pages in these, which isn't bad for $1.50. And I like this. I'm sure the more expensive ones are the bigger ones, but I definitely like that. And then the other one that came already is the forest animals. Oh, and this is called Dover's Little Activity Book because it's little. But this one, same thing, has 8 pages in it. But my favorite, of course, is the fox. But yeah, same thing, just has a bunch of different animals, and I like them because I can use my Sharpies directly on here, and this is so cool. And again, like $1.50 each. These are $3 for 2 of them. And free shipping. We have Amazon Prime, so this is free shipping for us. But yeah, that's of course cute little things to keep me occupied. The only other thing I have to show that is knitted, but I didn't do it, is this hat. I got it in a swap. I'll link the swap page I used for this. This one was vampires, werewolves, and ghouls. And I particularly love vampires and werewolves. I love those two. But I also kind of like Halloween themed stuff. It's all cool. That's also where I got the first large one of these, and that's where I learned what they are and how much I love them. And then this person hand knitted a hat, gray and black, which is always cool. But it also has this flower. I forget what the flower is called. I could probably find the pattern. And but the flower itself was supposed to be like a calming flower, I think, and that's why it kind of pulled in with the theme, because I was supposed to be a werefox. So it was cute. I love it. It's slouchy-ish. Hopefully I don't mess up my hair by doing this. So like I wear it like that personally. You can also wear it like a beanie. It's really overlarged. Now my hair's gonna be terrible when I pull it out of here. Nope. Pretty good. And but it's like I like it, slouchy-ish. I usually use this for work, personally, because my work is cold, and knitted stuff, and I think it's wool. Feels like wool. It's nice and snuggy and warm. So that is everything. I was going to throw it in a bag, but the bag's not there anymore. That's everything that's not knitted by me. Not part of this. I do remember that I didn't link any of the books last week. I will try to remember to do it this week. The only project that I'm actually currently working on that isn't continually, I want to finish it by the end of this weekend, is pot holders. It's white, it doesn't want to show up, but I don't know if it's like flower power. I think this, I don't have the pattern at the moment, I just know it by heart at this point, so I'll link it later, but I think it's like flower power or something, and normally this would be multiple colors, but I'm just doing one of white and one of yellow on the other side, which I don't have that one started yet, but it is a couple rows of solid double crochet, and then shell stitching, so many rows, which I will have to find the pattern because I forget how many rows. I want to say it's like 3 or 4 rows up, and then you sew them both together in a certain way, and it makes flower pot holders. And I have an order for 2 of them, so I want to get those finished. Because the faster they get finished, the faster I get paid, and the faster I don't have to do them anymore. I like to, if I let it go for too long, I forget about it. And I have this order for sure, and I have a hat order that I'll show you here in a bit. But I do like to do custom work. I do like to do it, and I don't mind it at all. And in all honesty, a couple extra bucks is always a good thing, especially right now because apparently weddings are expensive, which I knew before, but it's still funny. And so it'd be cool to kind of be able to use my craft to help lessen the damage of my bank account at this point. So I did put up a couple teasers about some sales I would be putting on, and so I would be making more custom work because of that. Next, I have 2 sets of colors. This one is mine, and it is using up just the Patton's Classic Wool and Worsted White. I think this is a really old one because I think the new labels are a little different. Maybe this is the new label and I still have some, I don't know. Either way, they changed the label at one point. This might be the old label. But this old if this is the old label, it was, it's 100 grams, 210 yards. You can't wash it, it will felt. But it's like $4. I can't beat that one. I just needed some plain white. This, on the other hand, is Encore worsted, 75% acrylic, 25% wool. Pretty sure you can machine wash it. It's 200 yards. This was supposed to be for a fox pattern. That's why it's orange. I just have never gotten around to doing it, and so I'd rather use it up right now than to keep holding on to it for a maybe. But this is one color set, and that one's my color set. And then this is the other order I was just talking about. And these are both impeccable solids from Loops and Thread. There was a sale on this past Christmas, and like this is like $230 a ball, and it's like 200 or 300 some yards. I wish these would all be in the same place every single time I look for them. Oh, here it is. Right here it is. 268 yards a piece. So for $2, that's not bad. And it's like I said, it's an order that I didn't have the colors for. So blue and white, and this and this, both of those are actually going to be, I think it's called Exterminate. Sorry, I had the patterns pulled up, but then I was playing on my phone, and I got out of Ravelry. So I have to get back in real quick. No, Insulate. It's called Insulate. I think I've posted this before because I made some for my little brother and sister, like the first episode. And it's by Amy Van de Laar. And I will, of course, as always, link it. It's a free pattern. It takes up like 200-300 yards, give or take, depending on your tension and everything like that. Let's see if... Now this might not work. Oh, it did work. I don't know if you can tell though, but that is a dialect on a hat. And I've made them before on this podcast. This week will be my 5th and my 6th hat, because I made 3 for my siblings, 1 was for sale, and now I'm making 2 more. So yes, this will be my 5th and my 6th hat. The 5th, I will finally be able to make 1 for myself after all this time. 1 for myself, but I'm hoping to at least get this one for the other person finished like in the next week. I didn't finish it last week or start it last week because I didn't have the needles on hand. I thought I grabbed all of my needles that I would need for my stay here over Christmas break, and I didn't. So that sucked. Especially when I would like to have finished it. Now this is again for me, and this is again the Encore 75% acrylic, 25% wool. It does not have a ball band because I was trying to again use it for a pattern. It just didn't work out, and so I wound it back up. This, on the other hand, is called Galloway. It's by Plymouth Yarns, and it's again worsted. I think it's 100%. I think it's 100% pure wool. It doesn't say superwash, so I'd assume it's not superwash. And it would have been 210 yards, but you can see I used it. I used it for my sister's hat because it's a beautiful blue. This and that gray is a hat pattern for me, and it's called the TARDIS Beanie. And it's another free pattern. Takes up about 200 yards, give or take a 50, or, you know, depending on how well you knit. It's done on size 8s, but I'll probably end up doing it on size 7s. Just because I'm a loose knitter and I have size 7s on hand right now, if I get this finished, because I couldn't find my 8s for my hats. I have Pride's interchangeable, the colored wooden ones, and I have those in size 16 circulars, so I call those my hat needles, because if I don't need to make a hat, I'm more or less using my I want to call them my signatures. I wanted to call them stilettos, but they're not stilettos. They're signatures. I normally use my signatures for anything that I don't need to make a hat for. And so I call those my hat needles. And I can't find my size 8 hat needles at the moment. I'm going to have to do a major room clean out, I feel like. Which is part of my New Year's resolution. And another reason I'm willing to sell my handmaids at the moment is because I have 2 bins of like not like really nice store, like yarn store yarn. I have like nice yarn. It's not bad yarn. It's just not. It's not my yarn. I bought it at one point or another, or was given it at one point or another to use, and it's just not a pattern yarn for me. Like I'm not using it in a pattern at this point for myself. So I would like to get rid of those 2 bins. And let's see if I can get this picture to come up like I got the last picture to come up. Just so you guys get an idea. Another Doctor Who hat, yes. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the to be mades this week. Trying to think. I do have to have the leaves, which I keep meaning to, but they are really hard to show people at this point because they're not blocked, and I refuse. Sorry about that. I'm going to keep talking in between it because I don't know how to stop it, and I also don't know how to end these and start it back over again. And I'm already 20 minutes in, and I really don't want to overdo this. But maybe I should ask next time how to mute that thing, or put it in another room, because I didn't even think about if someone called why they were all gone. But yes, I still have the leaves. I don't want to show anyone them because of the fact that they're not blocked. And when they're not blocked, they shrivel up because they're stockinette stitch. I think that's the right stitch. It's knitted all on one side, it's purled all on one side. So they curl up on themselves and they don't look pretty. So until I finish all of that one color, I probably won't have any to show you unless it's on the needle. And at the moment I don't have any on the needle, but I need to finish 2.5 of them. But it's not hard. Like, they take like an hour. If I'm just allowed to just knit and not worry about anything, they take like an hour. And I'm just needing to do like 2.5 of them at a time. The last yarny thing I have to show everyone is, of course, ta-da-da, my Doctor Who scarf. There's a lot of Doctor Who stuff this week. It was, sorry, I'm eating the wool right now. That's no fun. But I am a huge Doctor Who fan. And I'm actually excited because I'm able to rewatch it again now. I stopped watching it when, if you follow it, it's the 12th/13th Doctor. But he's technically the 12th Doctor. And it's Capaldi. I do enjoy Capaldi. It's not a problem that he's older. A lot of people were complaining about that. I actually love the fact that he's older and he's very alien to me. And I like that aspect. It was his companion that got on my nerves. I really loved her with 11, which was Smith. I really loved that pairing. And I feel like because Smith had agreed to do another season, her storyline was set up to do another season with Smith. And when he at the last moment kind of decided, no, I am quitting this year, it kind of threw off her storyline. And so she got, I don't know, the episodes I watched, she got very whiny in them. And most of the female characters in Doctor Who are to me, they're very strong. In one way or another, they've overcome things in their lives. They save planets. Like, they prove that a strong female character can be both strong female character and also be, a side character. When they're not really, they're still like the main focus. But yeah, I really enjoy that aspect. So to have her suddenly become very whiny was off-putting, and I couldn't watch them anymore. I refused to watch them again until she left. I heard, sorry, this is a spoiler. If you don't keep up on it, stop listening. But she finally left, I heard, at Christmas. Because I haven't been watching, I don't know if that's true or not, and we'll have to see when it comes back on if he'll be by himself, or I don't even care if he gets a new companion, as long as she's not back. Sorry for all you Claire Oswald lovers, I just can't do her. So that will be fun. I should probably do some Doctor Who watching because, like I said, this is lots of Doctor Who stuff. But as you can tell, this is the 4th, which I have never been able to watch a lot of his because they're really sketchy on Netflix. Sorry, the clicking of the needles. But my boyfriend grew up watching the 4th Doctor. So, fiance grew up watching, he's gonna hate me for that moment. But he grew up watching the 4th Doctor. So this is actually his scarf. I do have enough to make my own scarf. But, as you can see, it is pretty long at this point. I think I made it to 4.5 feet of 9 feet. Give or take a couple inches. Because it's 4.5 feet when I finish this. And I think this is at 4 inches. So I have about another 2 inches of this to go. And we'll be at 4.5 feet. And, I might just keep it for myself. But that's a lot, because I won't. But yeah, I got pretty far on that. I think last time it was last week it's either 3 feet or 2 feet I had finished. So I'm trucking along on it. I'm not going to let myself stop. I know a friend who stopped on one. It is a lot of knitting. I will warn people. It's a lot of straight knitting. But that's nice if you have a lot of mindless, if you need something very mindless to do. Like, I'm trying to think of where I get a lot of my knitting in. I got a lot of my knitting in, what was I doing that one day? And I literally just sat down and knitted like nonstop for like I can't remember. But yeah, I think I would be further on it, but I did tell myself I was going to start walking again. And so I was walking about 2 miles a day after work. And that takes me about half an hour, 45 minutes, because I was taking along my little dog. And he has legs that are about this big. And so we went at his pace. And that takes a little longer, because I can do... without pushing myself, without really like doing it continuously, I can usually do a 5K in just under an hour. So that's a little over 3 miles. Yes, I know there's people out there that run a mile like every 7 minutes. I don't run them, I walk. But I am trying to get back into that because I do enjoy 5Ks. So I would like to try to do 2 of them in the next year. My friend did show me virtual 5Ks, which looks like it could be addicting, and I promised her we would agree on one and we could both do it one weekend, and that'd be cool. And then but there is another one. It's called a color run, not a color run. It's like a knockoff version of the color run. Either way, it's put on by a local doctor's clinic. And they at least hosted it or something. And it's over my mom's birthday, so we did it last year for her birthday. And it was fun. And it gives you little goals. Like, you knew where the stations were set up, and you had to go around them twice. And so you're like, okay, gotta make it to the yellow station. Gotta make it to the blue station. Gotta make it to the green station. The only thing that sucked was I thought we should get t-shirts when we got there. I don't think we still gotten our t-shirts. It's a little bit of a bummer. They sold out of our color. We had pre-ordered. I was not happy because I wore a black shirt that I know was not color settable. It was like synthetics, and if I'd known, I would have just went and picked up like a white cotton shirt or something else. I also joked I was going to take along a skein of white yarn and just tell them to throw it on the skein every time I passed one of them. But so, like, I was covered in greens and blues and stuff, but the shirt pretty much, there was nothing on the shirt. So that was a bit of a bummer, because I was like, yay, I'll get a shirt at the end, and be all covered in stuff. But it was still fun. I'm hoping to do it again. Maybe find another 5K or 2. And, yeah. Which I've been a little lazy. This weekend is the youngest two's birthday. It will be Monday, but we celebrated it Friday. They are turning 16. So we went out to eat Friday. That just meant I pretty much came home from work, did an errand or 2, and had to go right there. Then we came home and slept. And so no running that day. Yesterday I left my home, came down here to Dominic's, and fed him, and that got out of the way. I should do it today. I don't know if I'm still going to do it today. Like, maybe after this, before I upload this, I'll pop out for a run real fast. Run, walk. And, yeah, so we'll see. And, yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else. Doctor Who, all my yarny stuff, the running. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I will try to remember to link books. I will try to remember to link all the patterns, and maybe I'll even put like the website on for these. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week, and show me what everyone's working on, and I want to see what maybe some of the, if you got anything yarny for Christmas, maybe I'll put that up. Have you gotten anything yarny for Christmas, and what are you working on now? So that's everything. Have a good week.